Yay.
Hello, everybody out there. We'll give it a few minutes for everybody to start joining us. First SpaCast of 2024. Yay!
I'm just
Oh,
excited.
we got one person watching. Hi, RJ. Thank you for joining us. We should be streaming live to X, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you want to tell us where you're tuning in from so we can monitor the feed on the different platforms, would appreciate it. And let us know how the audio and video stream is working so we can make any adjustments as we go. So, yes, this is the first SpaCast of 2024. And my surprise special guest, Bella Lexi. Hey, Bella.
How are you?
So glad you could join me today. Oh, RJ's tuning in from London. Hello, RJ. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's probably evening over there for you. So thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us.
For sure.
So, Bella, how are you doing? How are things going with you?
They are going much, much better. So I'm actually getting dressed in real life clothes and not just leggings. And
Awesome.
Yes.
So I'm glad that things are going much better for you. So, do you have any exciting things coming up? I think you are going to Vegas later this month.
Yep, I am heading out to AVN's. I'll be signing at the Loyal Fans booth there. And I'm for sure signing on Wednesday the 24th and then on whatever Friday is. But my guess is I'll be there other times too. So, but those are my specific times.
Ooh, awesome. So, all right, fans, if you hear that, if you want to go see Bella in person and you happen to be in Vegas during the week of AVN, then stop by and say hello and get an autographed picture and whatever else. Come by and meet your bestie, Bella.
Yes, for sure. And I'll be wandering around too when I'm not at the booth. So,
okay.
The whole time. So, yeah, I'm going to do my first red carpet. I'm so excited.
Oh, how fun. You got a sexy outfit all planned for the red carpet?
I do. I have the most incredible dress and no one has seen it yet. I want to wait until that very moment, but I'm so excited about it. So,
oh, well, yeah, I got to wait for the big debut. That's going to be awesome to watch. Hopefully I'll get to see that and see all the fantastic photos. So,
yeah,
awesome.
I'm excited. Yeah, so it should be fun. I love your bikini, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It was a little special off of Amazon. It's hard to find something that fits the top and the bottom. Since they're like
struggle.
since they're not the same size, so I look for something that I can buy separate pieces in. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel your struggle. I have the same
yes.
Not to the same degree as you, but
you'll get there. You'll get there one day.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on my way, reconstructing and getting back up there. So yeah, this is like halfway-ish to what I was before. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I know is they were incredibly impressive in person when I saw you last week. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And the day you saw me, like the day or two before, I took a little tumble on the stairs here at the house. Me and the two dogs were trying to all come down the stairs at the same time. It did not work out well. And I ended up with like two toes taped together.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The joys of having a husky that doesn't like to listen. So yeah.
Well, I have a little mini golden doodle who's always underfoot and is the same way. So even little ones are dangerous.
Yeah. So, talking about what? Sorry, we got technical issues going. Why? Okay, trying to make sure all the feeds are going okay. Filled magnificently. Oh, thank you, RJ. Yeah, thank you for putting comments for us in the in the chat room. We appreciate it. So if there's anything that you want to ask me or Bella, then just post all the questions. We would love to answer questions from fans. So what is some of the wildest questions you've ever had a fan ask you, like off the wall kind of question?
Really, like the biggest thing that everyone asks me is, did I ever on duty? And did I ever someone who worked for me?
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know. Oops, sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh, you guys. But that's like always really the big question.
Yeah.
But people say, well, what's the weirdest thing someone's ever asked you to do? And I'm like, it's not really weird. It's someone's interest, So I wouldn't say anything's really weird. It might not be in my wheelhouse, but so yeah, those are really the typical questions that I get the most. And always, are you married for real, or are you just saying that? I'm like, oh, I'm married for very real. Which because you got to meet Mr. Bella.
I get interesting comments both on. Yes, he's real, guys. I promise. I've seen him. He's a really great guy. But yeah, I mean, I get the same thing with comments on Instagram and Twitter. It's like, oh, I want to marry you, and I'm like, I'm already married.
Exactly.
It's really fun. I mean, it's flattering. They find me attractive and everything, but it's like, yeah.
Like,
make my day to see you both in profile.
They can't
exactly. See us both in profile.
Oh,
oh boy. Yeah, kind of like from the side. Okay, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
I'm trying to watch the monitor.
Yeah.
Like, whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Oh, you got some good projection down, girl.
I got a little ways to catch up to you.
Hey, you're coming in hot. You're catching up pretty quick. Yeah. As part of my reconstruction journey, I was actually without anything for like goodness, a year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Fought an infection. It wouldn't go away. We took volume out. We tried to re-sew where it was coming apart, and none of that worked. So finally, last resort, I did end up having to take them out, but I got a really great surgeon that's helping me reconstruct everything. So
right. Well, my fingers are crossed.
Only bad thing is my doctor will be going overseas for a tour of duty somewhere up in Europe. I can't remember it, but anyway, he's going to be leaving in June.
Oh,
so if I don't hurry up and get everything planned and done, he won't be around for a year. So,
oh, you're like, give me something.
Yeah. So now it's the mad rush. Hopefully, to try to get something done by April is kind of the time frame. So, Beauty's promo. Bella, how is your recovery going?
It's going as well as can be expected. I can't shoot anything for another at least 3 weeks. But I did have my post-op appointment Friday, and he's very happy with the progress.
Good.
So he's like, you just have to take it easy. And that's really hard for me because I'm a doer. So
yeah.
Having to be like, hey kids, can you unload the dishwasher for me? Or can you move, here, can you put this in the washing machine and this is how you do it? And can you move it to the dryer?
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to not do just day-to-day stuff. So yeah, that's been the struggle for me, but I'm healing.
Good.
It's just one of those, I don't really leave the house right now because I'm trying to avoid germs. So
yeah. Oh, I know. I know. Yeah. A friend of ours is in Nashville helping his mom, because she went in for foot surgery. And now the poor thing caught the flu. So now she's trying to recover from foot surgery and the flu. And I'm like, yeah. So I think you're making a really wise choice by not going anywhere right now. Yeah.
No, it's like, and it's weird, So like last night, my kids had a sleepover and they're like, can you come and pick us up at the store? I was like, yes. So I got in the car and I drove 1.5 miles away from the house. I was like, come on in, kids. And then brought them back. And I was like, wow, that was really nice to leave the house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But safety first, kids. So I'm just going to lay low. So really, AVN will be my first big outing.
And that's what, another couple of weeks or
so?
Yeah.
So I had to cancel a super cool shoot opportunity that I had, but it'll come around again. I was going to do a big content house, but I just can't be around all the germs and,
all the different people and
so AVN is going to be like the big thing.
Jared has a question. My question is, what do men think of women in a bikini? Well, hopefully they like women in bikinis.
Right.
I mean, I think, hey, if you got the confidence and you want to get out there and flaunt it in a bikini, go for it.
I agree 100%. And I think a lot of times women shortchange themselves and are like, oh, I could never wear a bikini. Why not?
Why not?
Be proud of who you are. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, I've got places that I want to work on myself. Areas. I need to get my fat ass back in the gym. Is really what it amounts to. But yeah, I mean, I'm.
I don't know. I say if you're confident, then no one's gonna second guess you. It's when you wear a bikini and you walk around and you're like, oh my God, is anyone looking at me? And I think that's where you should change yourself.
Oh, good morning to you two from France. Hello.
Ooh, that's far away.
That's my friend Anthony from Twitter. I think that's it. And William. Hey, William. Longtime fan of mine on OnlyFans. So yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so I'm glad. Hopefully that means you're tuning in from different platforms. It looks like we're hitting YouTube and Twitter in the chat room. So hey, we know those two are up and running. So yay! Well, thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions for us, then feel free to pop into the chat room and leave us a comment. We're just chit-chatting about things that are coming up on our calendars for both of us.
Yeah, do you have any public appearances coming up yourself or?
I'm gonna try to make it to AVN in Vegas in a couple weeks. We'll see if that one happens. If not, I will definitely be hitting where else are we gonna be going? Exotica is coming up in New Jersey will be back on the schedule again. DC. I'm gonna try to hit Exotica. Everybody keeps telling me that Exotica in New Jersey is like the best one. So
oh my God, it was so much fun. So much fun. I had done.
I haven't hit that one yet. The only one I went to was the one in Miami. Back in the summer, back last July or whatever it was. And it was okay. And it was the first one I'd been to, and I didn't really know, a lot of the companies and the vendors and stuff that were there. But people that I talked with, they were kind of like, this wasn't really a good one. There wasn't a lot going on, like there usually is. And I'm like, well, okay.
I'm gonna go to Chicago. Exotica.
Okay.
And that's in
I've never been to Chicago. That should be fun.
Oh, so. It's a fun city.
I'm going to try to hit as many Exoticas as I can. And then other than that, anything else that may, pop up on the schedule. So.
Well, for sure, the next time I'm down in Texas, I'm going to come by your spa and do an in-person.
Feedback on YouTube looks great. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I was really glad I got to meet you while you were here in Texas unexpectedly.
I know. It was amazing.
When I saw your post and heard what was going on, I'm like, oh, I got to go see her while she's here. Because, been there, done that. I would not wish a, long-term reconstruction process on anyone. But, yeah, I just wanted to stop by and say hi and let you know that, hey, I understand, a lot of things that you go through and everything that you try
emotional.
To recover from.
It's super emotional, right? Like, it took everything for me to not cry while you were there because I was so thankful that you came. you know, because it's like we had
Oh,
never met in person, right? But like you have a connection. And that's what I love about what we do is it's small world, it's real relationships, it's, you know,
mhm,
real people getting together. And I really like that, you know. So it meant the world to my husband and I.
absolutely. Well, yeah, and I know it's social media, and a lot of people get lost behind their filters and their professional photos, but you know, is one of the ones, and I can think of, you know, a few other ladies that they're authentic, they're
Mhm.
real, they are honest about what's going on, you know, in their lives and how things are going, and I connect with people that do that much better than the ones that just like, you know, put these little cutesy posts out there, you know,
Right.
and
Everything
that's
is
all you
perfect.
receive. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think that's why we connected so well. Because I want people to know that we have real lives and things do affect us, you know.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I have started putting out a few little videos and stuff out on my YouTube channel. And I've entitled the new section that's out there Empowerment Unleashed. You know, it's like
Mm.
we're females, we're empowered, be confident, be bold, you know.
Mhm.
Don't let anything hold you back. So I've been putting like little short videos out there, just kind of like, you know, positive affirmations, remind yourselves that hey, you know, things are
Mhm.
good.
Right. Right. And we all are very fortunate. It's funny that you say be bold because when my plates are due, that's why I want to have a personalized plate that says be bold. So it's so funny
Awesome.
you mention that. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
Well, every year, you know, when you know the calendar year rolls around, I try to come up with like one word that I want to
mhm.
focus on for the year, and my word for 2024 was bold. I
I love
felt
it.
like I held myself back last year and didn't do a lot of things that I wanted to do because I just was unsure, and you know, do I really need to do it? How is it going to be received? You know, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So this year I'm like, girl, just go for it. You know, just be bold, get out there, do your thing. The ones that love you will love you, and the ones that don't matter. You know, just do your thing.
Right. Right. I always love when someone will subscribe to my page and they're like, I hate this about you. I hate this about you. I hate when you do this. And I'm like, then why do you follow me? Follow another beautiful blonde who does all the things you love.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, it in the beginning, I mean, I've been out on social media for 4 years or so now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
started on Twitter and then kind of branched out to different places. But in the beginning, the negative comments really got to me, and I was taking it so personally. And you're like, "Oh, you're fat," or "Oh, you need to be spending your money working on, you know, X, Y, Z." And I'm kind of like, "Okay." And then I sat and thought about it, and I'm like, "Do those people's opinions really matter? Because my friends and my family and the ones that really know me love
Mm-hmm.
me, all of
Right.
me."
Mm-hmm. For who you are. And that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Oh, Terry Love just signed on. Bella, how are you? Hey, Terry.
I
Yeah, yeah, Terry, if you have any questions for Bella, let us know. And is Terry the one that's got the boob certified thing going on his profile? I don't know if you know about it, Bella, but Terry has this little boob certified sticker that you can get for your profile. So he's
oh
basically cutting through all the BS, you know, girls saying, "Oh, I'm this many CCs or that many CCs." You know, you go through and fill everything out, and then he'll certify, you know, that hey, you're at 3,000 or 4,000 or
oh
whatever. So
oh we'll
yeah,
have to have Terry send me a DM and
yeah. So
we
let
can
Bella know
visit.
all the details about that, so she can get the same little certificate. So yeah,
Yeah.
Terry's really good about. He has kind of like the, you know, the list by CCs and where
Mhm.
everybody is. So if you're
Well,
a
I'm
big
gonna be
boob
pretty low
fan,
down.
Terry's the one to go ask because he knows.
Awesome. I love
My
it.
question to both of you from Jared Rogers: do you know a person called Mary Madison Love? Know her personally? No, but I do know who you're talking about. I do look at Mary Madison's profile, so yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to look at a picture of her. I can't say I know her offhand, but
But she's over in Europe somewhere. I can't remember where exactly she is. She's shorter than me. Of course, everybody's shorter than me, but I mean, blonde. I mean,
yeah.
bigger boobs than I've got. So yeah, but she does really good posts. I mean, they're always very stylized and clean. You know, good lighting. You know, like always wears really nice outfits. So yeah, she's kind of my inspiration when I want to kind of step it up and do a good post. Then she's a good one to go look at. You're welcome, Terry. Yeah. I know your little boob certified thing was something you just recently started. So hey, I'll even put something out on my profile highlighting it again because I think I just got my boob certified thing not too long ago. So yeah, I'll push that back out on my feed again, and maybe that'll attract a few more ladies to want to get that. So yeah, he's already got quite a good list of ladies out there. So
nice. I love it. Might as well get credit for it if we're doing it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and as girls get bigger, they can always go back out there and update everything. So he's really good about keeping up with everybody and updating their profiles. So yeah, there's that. What Boobapedia, the guy that runs that, he's really good. I don't know if you've got an entry out on that or not.
No, I don't.
Bella, I gotta get you connected with all these people and all these sites.
You need to teach me all the ways.
He runs a really good page, and then I haven't been going out and following it as much lately. About a year or so ago, maybe there was a profile that was stealing everybody's photos and morphing a different face on there. And yeah, and like trying to pass it off as their own, and like using all these people's photos and like fake magazine covers and all this kind of stuff. And the guy that runs the Boobapedia page was really good and helping me track down, whose photo is this? Do you recognize what profile that came from? And he was really good about saying, oh, that's so-and-so's photo. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Great live. Awesome. I'm glad it's broadcasting to Europe. We're international.
I love
it. Yeah. There was somebody, there probably still are, but they were stealing photos from a lot of well-known busty blondes.
Right.
And trying to pass them off as their own. And even like, as soon as I would pull up the post on, the feed on that person's page, and I'm like, without even looking at the face, I could just look at the body and the outfit and go, oh, I know who this is. So I'm like, okay, come on. So if you're a big boob guy, big boob fan, yeah, you're not going to be fooling anybody. They're gonna know whose it is. So.
Oh, for sure. And several of us have tattoos or, definable things. Like, I mean, I have my whole side. It's kind of hard.
One of the ones that she kept stealing photo from. This girl, she always wears the same little necklace. It's like a little round diamond necklace that she wears pretty much every day, and that was showing up in the photos. I'm like, really? That's something very distinguishable that you pretty much see all over this person's, profile. And I'm like, yeah.
Kind of like my little elephant that I wear.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have any jewelry on right now.
Yeah, you can see it but I don't know if you can see it, but it's made at a jeweler here in Colorado.
Nice.
The elephants are my thing, so yeah.
Oh, well then we might have to send you something because we have a lot of elephants here that we've collected. So yeah,
I just love them. They're just amazing creatures. And they're so loving, and when you watch all the like Nat Geo or whatever, yes, I'm one of those geeky people. I love animals. And
yeah, my animals that I like are giraffes and flamingos. I like the awkwardly majestic animals.
No, that's amazing. They have a zoo here in Colorado where you can feed the giraffes. Have you ever been able to feed them before?
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So you'll have to come to Colorado.
Yes, yeah, I've done that before. Like when I first saw the little purple tongue coming at me. He was kind of like,
Right.
yeah, but he's not gonna gnaw my hand off.
Right.
So, yeah. Oh, one of the questions I get a lot is about tattoos. I only have one on my lower back that I got years ago, but do you have any tattoos anywhere?
I have a lot of tattoos. I have
Hello.
2 on my wrist, and then I
Okay.
have one on this wrist, my little 4-leaf clover
Okay.
since I'm Irish, and then I have like a whole arm piece here that goes into a shoulder piece, and then I have a piece
Nice.
across my mid back. Yeah, my side piece here. I have them under both
Yeah.
boobs. Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Oh, hey, well then you've been braver than I have. I've just got the tramp stamp, that I got a few years ago. I just can't decide what I want or where I want to put it. So it's like I've been indecisive, but
yeah, you do want to be committed when you get one.
yeah, hubby has a couple more than I do, so he's been more committed than I have.
I
How
have
many
this one.
CCs are you now, Mike Jones? Are you
I'm
going
at
down?
1200.
Well, girl, you got them hiding out everywhere.
Yeah.
Mike Jones wants to know how many CCs. I am about 3,000 right now.
I'm at 1200.
But the goal is to get up to like 5,000 maybe. We'll see.
Baby steps.
Yeah. All right. Any more questions? No more questions coming in. So yeah. After AVN, what's the next thing that's going to be up on your schedule? You got some like busy schedule for 2024 or?
Well, my big goal is to shoot some more professional mainstream scenes. So I'm hoping around February-ish I'll be ready to get back into shooting some professional stuff.
Yeah.
And then I have like I said, April I have Chicago. But I don't really have too much on the schedule because I don't always know what's going to come up or not for mainstream stuff. So I kind of limit how far out I plan because a lot of that stuff is kind of last minute. So, and then also my husband and I are starting our own production company. And
that's
nice. Yeah, so we're super excited about it. We just did our first scene. We don't have our website up or anything, but we just released it this weekend with another girl in the industry that I shot. So, but we have this whole cam setup room, whatever, and we're gonna do some remote shoots and things like that. So we're pretty excited to get that off the ground here this year. So it'll probably all go really officially public, maybe Q3 is the plan, to have it all up on the website and have several videos and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, get content out there and get it up and running. Yeah, that will be awesome. Well, that's good news. That will keep you busy. I know how it is when you try to run your own website and do stuff. We've been trying to do my own website, multiple social media platforms and everything, and it does end up taking a lot of your time, whether you want it to or not. So yeah,
right. Well, it's a full-time job. Yeah, I know. So I'm super excited. Yeah. It should be good. What I really want to do is have like a studio setting that is fun and low key. Because a lot of times you can show up on sets and it's like super stressful and there's like a lot going on. And I think sometimes the fun and such gets lost in some of that. And I feel it's really important because I want people to be able to, so if you're going to shoot adult films, you should be doing it because you love it and you want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But, so I'm super excited.
That would be fun. I would love to come out and film a little bit of content for you. I know one of the the questions I do get asked a lot is, oh, when are you going to, film, more premium, content? And I'm like, well, like most people, I have my limits and my boundaries of, things I do, things I don't do. And I've been trying to find somebody that I can work with, that is, comfortable with that and doesn't want to push me into things I'm not comfortable with. And
Right.
that's hard to find. It really is. So
it is. And I think that's the one cool thing I have to offer is having worked in law enforcement and now working in this capacity. I think I get the whole boundary thing and I can really respect that. So
there you
I would
yeah.
never want to push someone to do something that they weren't interested in doing, So
yeah. Exactly. So for people that don't know your story, you used to be a police woman,
yes,
lieutenant, right? Yeah.
Correct. Yep. And then had the OnlyFans thing is like a little sexy lifestyle thing that my husband and I were doing. And former friend of mine found out about it, reported me to my work, and after an investigation and everything, I ended up retiring early. Yeah. So, but honestly, it ended up working out to be the best for me because I'm far more healthy than I was. I'm happier than I was, far less stressed out. So,
well, there you
but
go.
at the time, it didn't seem like it was the right thing.
No. I mean, when it's unexpected and unplanned, and but I'm glad you're happy now and you're doing what you truly love to do. So it was a blessing in disguise. So
yes.
Yeah, I'm still trying to transition myself away from my day job in accounting. But I'm getting there. Things are slowly, tracking up. So
Yeah, I can't imagine doing accounting. I probably want to poke myself in the eye. I'm not good at math. So
oh gosh, Excel spreadsheets are my life. Me and Excel are like best buddies. So
I had to take I had to take like the Word package or whatever in college. So it's like Excel and PowerPoint and all that. And
yeah.
Excel and figuring out formulas. I was like, I'm not going to pass this class. And I have to have it to graduate.
Oh. Yeah, that's like me in upper level math. It's like, they're like, well, you must love math if you do accounting. I'm like, no, accounting is like add, subtract, multiply, divide, percentages, allocations, that kind of thing. It's like you start getting into like higher algebra and calculus, and I'm like, you've lost me.
Oh yeah. No, my daughter's taking trig, I think, this year. She's done calculus. She's like just a little brainiac, and I'm just like,
good for her.
Yeah. Because that's just not I can write. That's my thing. So
well, there you go. That's your creative outlet.
Yeah.
Probably my creative outlet would be music. I love music from a very young age and actually started taking piano lessons when I was like 5.5, 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was learning how to read words and read music at the same time, because my first piano teacher, that was her advice to my parents, it's like, wait till she gets to school and starts learning how to read, and then we'll start on piano lessons. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so I took lessons from the time I was 6 until I was 16. So yeah, for 10 years of my life, every Thursday was piano lesson day.
I can appreciate good music. I cannot do any music of any kind. So I don't even think I can play chopsticks even. So
I haven't played for a while. I could probably pick it up pretty good, but because being bold this year, it's like, there's a little neighborhood bar that's just a few blocks away from our house, and they do karaoke every Friday. So there's like, there's a regular group of people that hang out there all the time, and I'm just never brave enough to get up there and sing. And I'm like, some of these people are horrible. What am I worried about? They're all going to be so drunk they're not going to know, But
Well,
yeah,
when my husband and I come down, then we'll go because my husband loves karaoke and he'll take
there
you up
you
there. You guys can do a
go.
duet.
You'll have to come visit us again, and we'll all go out and make fools of ourselves singing karaoke. The funniest thing was one time when we were there. There was this older couple that got up there to sing together, and so like she was standing there, and he had the microphone, and she's like, kept on hitting him on the shoulder. No, hold the microphone closer. They can't hear you. And like they were just like bickering the whole time during the song, and they weren't even really singing anything the whole time they were up there. And it was just so funny to watch them. I was like, oh my gosh, that's probably going to be me in 30 years getting up there with my husband going, hey, you're not doing it right.
We were at this bar in Utah, Utah bars are very hard to find because of their liquor restrictions.
Oh,
Very intense. And so we were in there and this dude was singing. In fact, I ended up streaming it on my Instagram. Like,
oh my
it
gosh.
was so terrible. Like, and I was like, I have to share in this with everyone. And it was probably one of my most watched reels. But I was just like, I wish someone would go tell this guy, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing this.
But that kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier about my word for 2024, be bold. He got up there and he went for it and probably strained everybody's ears, but hey, he was having
right, because I'm not that bold to get up and do that kind of thing. So
well, there you go. I'll have to drag you up there with me. We'll do a couple shots of tequila and get up there. We'll be fine.
There you go.
Oh, message from William. I do enjoy accounting for Gianna's sexy appreciating assets. Oh, thank you, William.
Aww,
yes, hopefully these will be appreciating, not the bottom line. The bottom line does not need to get bigger. It's like I don't need a BBL. I've got enough back there. I just need to, kind of firm it up a little. Gravity is taking its toll. So
yeah, well, and BBLs aren't all they're cracked up to be because I had one, and then once I got healthy and fit, I lost it all. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of people that have had them, and and some people do fine, but it seems like more people end up having issues of some sort with them. So
yeah, no, it's funny because my doctor's like, well, what did I tell you? What weight were you supposed to stay at? And I was like, it just came off once I was healthy and living my best life. Like, I wasn't as fluffy, and it just happened.
Well, yeah, you lose weight and you can't control where it's going to come off at. So
no, and it all came from where I paid for it to be.
I know. It's like, I want to diet, I want to firm up, but I don't want to lose anything in the boobs, because I'm still trying, to leave tissue and room to expand in upcoming surgery. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do something to firm up a few areas, and I don't know, maybe try a waist trainer. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff out there, but
yeah, for sure. Well, and I think me losing the weight caused the tissue damage that caused all my issues.
Oh, could be. Yeah, I think you do have a good point that could have been something. But
because I went down a cup size.
So, oh, really?
Yeah. So my implants obviously are the same, but the skin over them ended up kind of going down, and I think that's really what kind of contributed to what was going on.
Yeah. So, well. Well, just stay healthy, hang in there, and I'm sure your surgeon will advise you when it's okay to go bigger.
Right. It's so funny. He's like, I feel like I talk to you every day. I go, we have talked every day for the last 2 weeks. We've either seen each other or spoken on the phone or done a video call or
yeah. But that's good. I mean, it's Those are the surgeons that I like hearing about. The ones
Mhm.
that do check up on the patients. I mean, you have their private cell phone number. You can call
Yeah.
them. You can text them. And as I was
Mhm.
sharing with you and your husband, the doctor that I use, he's down in San Antonio. I'm up here in the Dallas area. And
Mhm.
we were making trips down there to see him. He's like, "Oh no, I'll just come see you." So Sam and his wife made the trip up, to our house like 2 or 3 different times to come check on me. See how I was doing.
Mhm.
And you just don't get that with a lot of surgeons anymore.
You don't, and it does mean the world to patients when you have that for sure. So, because it's like, I mean, I'm a 2-hour flight away from my surgeon. So,
Yeah, yeah.
mhm. Yeah.
That's pretty much me because I mean he has an office here in San Antonio, but
Which one
he
is that,
does
like
all of his
4 hours?
surgeries out in California.
Mm.
About 3.5, I think, between
Okay.
here
Yeah.
because we usually fly in somewhere in the LA area, depending on wherever we can get the cheapest airfare, and
Hmm.
then he does surgeries up in Thousand Oaks, which is just a little bit north of LA, past
Gotcha.
Ventura in that area. So yeah,
Hmm.
I know. If I can't get it done before June, I may be on the hunt for a different surgeon. So we'll see.
Right. I feel yeah.
But yeah, how many minutes are we into our broadcast right now? Oh, we're about halfway through.
40. Yeah.
40 minutes or so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how long
So
have
yeah.
you been doing your SpaCast?
Um, we started about a year ago, I think.
Okay.
And at first it started out with just me.
Hmm.
And then I slowly, started getting enough people tuning in, and then I was like, okay, hey, who do you want to be, see as guest on the show? And so I would about once every 2 shows or so, I would start inviting different people to be on the show, and I do have some that have agreed to be on the show, but schedules have not worked out yet. So
Yeah.
but yeah, you're welcome to come back anytime you want to. I was doing it on a different day of the week, but I've switched it over to Saturdays,
Hmm.
to kind of do it early Saturday evening, before people start getting ready to go out and have, their fun on Saturday night. So,
Right.
I try to put it at a time that hits, different
Hmm.
time zones. So as you can see, we got some people from Europe tuning in
Which
over
is
from
amazing.
London and France. Yes.
Yes. I have a lot of people that follow me from there. In fact, fingers
Really?
crossed. Yeah. I'm well, when my story went international, it was a UK publication
Okay.
that kind of
Mhm.
blew everything up. Um,
Ah.
but yeah, but my plan is
Mhm.
hopefully I'm a part of this new exciting group that I can't really talk a lot about yet, but we're talking about maybe trying to tour in the UK.
Nice.
So maybe in the fall, I'll be able to head over there and do a little
Yeah.
stint and meet some people and that kind of thing. So
Oh, that would be a blast. Yeah, I was featured in like 2 or 3 different articles over in the Sun over,
I saw
in
you have the
UK
Scottish
and
Sun.
Scotland, and
Mhm. Yeah.
that area. So I'll occasionally get little messages, or comments on some of my social media posts like, "Hey, I saw you in the Scottish Sun," and I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah. Isn't it
yeah."
crazy?
I know it's really funny. A
Mhm.
question from Jared. When you were at the sports bar last year, oh yeah, I was the ring girl at an oil wrestling match at the sports
Ooh.
bar I was telling you about a little bit earlier, where they do the karaoke and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was the ring girl that got to walk around with
Yeah.
the little signs, which was okay until they started doing the wrestling, and then the floor got slippery, and yeah. So that made it kind of interesting. But I think they're going to plan another event, but it was kind of like thrown together at the last minute
Mhm.
kind of thing. So I think this next time they're going to try to promote a little bit better, and have more girls there wrestling, and kind of, a more more formal thing. So yeah. So hopefully I'll get to do that again.
That's super fun.
It was fun. It was really a lot of fun to watch him. It was hilarious.
I'll bet.
Yeah, I wore a sexy little outfit and got tips for the night. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Question to us both: have you ever met any WWE superstar wrestlers or divas? No, I have never got to meet anybody from the WWE.
No, I've been to a lot of their events, and I also
Yeah.
went to, they were WWF. I will
Okay.
say Kylie Texas. She's up and coming in the adult industry. She used to be a wrestler.
Okay.
So, but I didn't follow her when she was wrestling, but now she does.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna meet her in person in Vegas. So
at ABN, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So that's the closest I've come to actually meeting someone in person. Other than the time I accidentally vomited on a wrestler and I had to leave the Coliseum running. I was very scared.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'd had my wisdom teeth pulled that day, and that's when I found out I couldn't take pain meds. So they gave me Vicodin and whatever, and we were sitting in the front row, my boyfriend and I got sick, and
oh gosh,
that's not anyone you want to accidentally vomit on. So
there you go. You learn not to do that again.
Exactly.
Yes, William says high heels and slippery oiled floors don't sound like fun. No, I was slipping and sliding and not in a good way. So I mean, I ended up like taking my shoes off when I was having to walk back and forth around the little wrestling area because that was the only way I could do it without falling down.
Mm-hmm.
It was just there was like baby oil all over the place. I was like, oh my god! They had like a little kiddie pool, there, and they just kept on, like pouring in bottles of baby oil. So yeah, and and I was gonna film it, and then I'm kind of like, well, if I film it, where could I broadcast it? Because platforms are kind of about that kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother. I don't want to get anything flagged.
Right.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's fun though. That's a great story. I love it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So the guy that was the MC says that they're planning another one. So yeah. But I decided that probably this time I'm gonna do like maybe more of a sexy tank top and like little short shorts, maybe kind of like a Hooter-esque outfit, but something along those lines. And I've got a couple of pairs of like some really high-heeled platform tennis shoes.
Oh, perfect.
So that I think maybe I might be able to navigate those a little better than the shoes I had on. So yeah.
Hey, you know what? You live and you learn.
I know. I've been kind of irritated, since I hurt a couple of toes on my right foot. I haven't been able to wear a lot of higher heels yet without my toes hurting.
Right.
They look fine. I mean, for good grief, like 3 or 4 days, they were the most horrible color of purplish black you've ever seen.
Oh my
I was like, oh, great. But I mean, from the outside, they look fine. I start trying to wear high heels, and I'm like, nope.
Right.
Not today.
No, I'm kind of in that spot too because I like to wear a lot of heels and stuff, and so I've had to just go with Jordans or other sneakers or just to keep things safe for me so I don't fall on top of everything.
Yeah. Oh, I know. When I was taking the tumble down the stairs, I'm like, don't fall forward, just fall backwards. Don't fall forward.
Don't protect them.
Yeah, because I was like almost all the way down at the bottom, and I think I was like at maybe the second or third step from the bottom, and we have really hard tile on the treads of the stairs. That's what the former owners put on the stairs. I don't know why, but I think when I was coming down, I whacked my foot on that hard tile, and I think that's what ended up hurting my toes. And my teenage daughter was right in front of me. She's like, yeah, Mama, you hit the floor and fell down on the floor before your shoe shoe did, because my shoe went like flying off my foot when I started falling. I was like, oh great, thanks. I really wish I could have had the video though, because it probably was hilarious. But
Right.
okay, another question from Jared. What is your favorite music? Jared's favorite music is Kiss. Woohoo!
Oh,
He
yes.
went to the concert when they were in Australia in 2022. Yes, I
Ooh.
am definitely an 80s heavy metal fan, because that's like music I listened to in high school. Not to tell everybody how old I am, but
Okay.
yeah, like 80s and 90s, and like the hair bands, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is my music. If I have to choose a
Yeah, I
rock
listen to
genre.
so much because like my kids, in fact, we're going to the Drake concert here in Denver in a
Fun.
couple weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I listen to the rap piece, I listen to the heavy metal because that's what I listened to when I was a cop, running lights and sirens to
Okay.
calls. You turn up the radio, see this thing, get pumped up. And I also listen to country a lot too. So my tastes are very eclectic across the board.
There you go. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I do listen to a lot. I mean, since I took piano lessons for so many years, I mean, I've got a lot of classical music in my background. So if I just want like something in the background to have music and then kind of like drown out everything else so I can focus, on what I'm working on, I'll throw some classical on. But
Yeah.
yeah, jazz, modern
Mhm.
rock, older rock. I like the
Yeah.
older country. I'm not a big fan of some of the newer stuff. I don't know. I think they've just kind
Yeah.
of gone a little too pop for me. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I love some Chris Stapleton. I want to see him play because he has a lot of that
Hmm.
older type of feel to his
Yes,
music.
yes, he
Um,
does. Yeah.
you know, um, that's kind of what I enjoy. But, I mean, but I also like Eric Church because he's got a little bit more of that like metalish kind of, uh,
Hmm.
his bass drummer looks like ZZ Top. It's just kind of
Well, hey, that's good. That's a great band from Texas, ZZ Top.
yeah,
So
I
there you
said
go.
bass drummer, I mean his bass player. Excuse my
Yeah,
words.
yeah,
But
yeah. Well, I mean, I think I like the older country so much because that's what my parents would have on at the house.
yeah.
They'd have the radio, on the kitchen counter and always be tuned in to like the local country
Mhm.
station. So I grew up listening to that, and I grew up in a small town in Oklahoma, that was very hick. So
Yeah.
it was not the big city. So yeah, when I moved from there and moved to a bigger city, which probably not big by some people's standards, but it was like, hey, population of 50,000 people. That was like the big city to me. And I'm like, ooh, there's other stuff besides country. That was like a rude awakening when I went off to college and
I bet.
discovered, the real world.
Right. Yeah, it is an adjustment. I grew up in a really small town here in Colorado.
Okay.
And then when I graduated from high school, I ended up getting a job at a sheriff's office in Boulder. So I moved to a big city
Mhm.
and a college town.
Yeah.
And it was a very different lifestyle experience for sure.
I know. I'm very thankful that social media was not prevalent when I was younger in my 20s and early 30s. So a
Right.
lot of stuff I did, nobody's ever gonna know about.
Exactly, for sure. Isn't that the truth? I know, and now it's like we're in this like little competitive thing to be like, oh, let me post about this and post about that. But I think that as adults we can control it more,
Yeah, yeah.
what's out there, and yeah. So for
Well,
sure.
yeah. I call my daughter the anti-teenager because she's not on social media. She's not on her phone all the time. It's like you name like the top things that most teenagers her age do. She doesn't
Mhm,
really do. And I'm like that just has never really fascinated her. She's
mhm.
never got into it. So I'm kind of thankful
Right.
that I don't have to monitor a lot of stuff that she's doing. So
For sure. Absolutely. I'm kind of in the same boat. My kids aren't super obsessed with it. So, and we do a lot of non-technology time because I feel like that's really important. You know, dinner's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
TV. You actually sit down and have a conversation.
I know, I know. You know, we're real nerds. You know, we have like board games. You know,
Hmm.
gardening. You know, we get out and do stuff. You know, around in the yard, and we're one
Yeah.
of the things that we're planning for the spring is we want to finish building out our chicken coop. So there you go. I mean,
Hmm.
so yeah, we're kind of nerds when it comes to that kind of stuff. So when we're not out busy away traveling and doing all sorts of stuff, then yeah, it's pretty chill at home
Yeah. There's
doing
nothing
stuff.
wrong with some downtime for sure.
Exactly. So it looks like we're almost up to our hour. So it looks like we're about under 5 minutes or so. So
Yeah.
thank thank you for joining me today.
Yeah.
I'm glad you could find time and catch up with me and get to be on my first podcast for 2024. And you have an open invitation to come back anytime your schedule permits you to log on
I
and
love
have
it.
some fun. So
Yes.
what are your social media platforms that you might like to plug, or I can put in the comments at
Um,
the bottom of the video?
the easiest way to find me is just to go to my website, therealbellalexi.com. And it has all of my socials, all of my paid platforms. Everything is right
Okay.
there. And I'm hoping to launch my new website right before AVN.
Oh,
So I'm
cool.
updating it, making it a lot more fun and
Yeah.
have a lot more things on it. So, but yeah, therealbellalexi.com. Super simple.
There you
So,
go, guys. You heard
mhm.
it. And if you want to find any of the links to mine, I have a website, thegiannalifestyle.com, and you'll find all my links out there. I have a little blog section, and I have a section with my calendar out there. So as different events get scheduled, I update the calendar, and you always know where you can find me and come chat with me live and in person. So,
I saw
guys,
that and I was like, I'm
it was
feel this.
great talking to you, and I
Yes.
don't know. I may see you in Las Vegas in a couple of weeks
Well,
at AVN. So,
text me. Text me if you're there and we'll get together and do some photos and have a shot or something.
oh, there you go. We'll have to find somewhere to go do some karaoke.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Well, thank you. It was so
Bella.
much fun. You guys have a great rest of your evening.
You too.
All
Bye.
right. Take care. Bye.